housekeeper, don't leave your client's pillows like this. Take that extra piece of pillowcase and stuff it inside of the pillowcase. Pull it tightly on the sides, and there you have it, a perfectly rectangle pillow.
And it goes like this. We'll get in your car and you'll need to kiss me. We'll talk for hours and lay on the backseat.
Don't forget to clean your front door before your holiday guests arrive, sponsored by Scotch-Brite. I'm using the Scotch-Brite Zero Scratch Sponge to clean this wood door and windows, then wiping it down with a microfiber cloth. I'm giving the entryway a quick sweep, then using the heavy-duty Scotch-Brite sponge to scrub down the patio bricks. A clean entrance to your home can make a great first impression on Christmas. Here's a cleaning hack I never thought was possible. Use your dishwasher to get your dishes clean and dry with no extra work from you with Cascade Platinum Plus. You can skip rinsing dishes and put them right in the dishwasher. As a former housekeeper, I was honestly skeptical about this. Trust me, I used to pre-rinse and hand dry my dishes, but this stuff actually works. These dishes came out clean as a whistle, and I am never going back. I tried the viral dog vacuum and I love it. It comes with 6 different attachments, including clippers. The volume is low enough to not scare your dog, and some treats will definitely help. Both the de-shedding tool and slicker brushes suck the hair right up into the tank, which can be easily emptied. It also has an attachment for upholstery that's sort of like a chom chom, and even a crevice tool for the corners. Here's what the 3 suction levels sound like. This vacuum is a must for dogs. I just became a dog mom, and even though I'm allergic to cats, I've accepted the responsibility of this package deal. So to help reduce my symptoms, I've got this really cute air purifier by Conair. It has a super sleek design, a HEPA filter, and 3 fan speeds. It's easy to use and lights up when the filter needs to be changed. My favorite feature is that you can remove the base by unscrewing it with a coin and place it on its side. I'm putting this right next to where the pets sleep to hopefully trap some of those allergens before they make me sneeze.
I keep it juicy, I eat that lunch. She keep that booty, she keep that pump. That natural beauty, yeah. If you could see it from the front, wait till you see it from the back, back, yeah, back, if you could see it from the front, wait till you see it.
Here's a must-have cleaning tool thanks to Scotch-Brite for sponsoring this video. The Scotch-Brite Non-Scratch Scrub Dots wand makes cleaning the kitchen easier. I can easily dispense soap by pressing the soap control button, and the wand even fits perfectly inside my glass cup. This wand is non-scratch, so it works on all sorts of cookware like this glass dish with baked on salmon and rice. This pan has melted cheese and eggs, but it won't stick to the scrub dots. It rinses right off. And lastly, I'm using the scraper to remove the stuck on food on this baking sheet without leaving a scratch. This tool is a winner for me. I just moved into my boyfriend's house and I need his whole closet, so let's move out his stuff and unpack mine. I'll be honest, this was the most unorganized rush move I've ever done, and the rest of the house is a disaster, so I thought I'd tackle this immediately, and you'll get to see the rest of the mess later. Every room in this house has an unfinished project, like the missing baseboards in this closet. I also think I'm going to take the clothes out of these clear drawers and put them in the dresser, and also I think I want to hang a chandelier in here. So follow along to see how I organize my boyfriend's new closet and the rest of the house. The fastest way to clean your kitchen is with the Scotch-Brite Non-Scratch Scrub Dots wand. Thanks Scotch-Brite for sponsoring this video. Not only can you use this on every surface in your kitchen, like this glass stovetop, but the wand also dispenses soap, so there's no need for a spray bottle or a bucket full of soap and water. I can quickly scrub my countertops, and it's tough enough to clean up the stickiest messes, yet gentle enough to not scratch my stainless steel sink. This tool is especially useful in cleaning out my refrigerator. It also has an antibacterial agent to fight odor-causing bacteria, leaving your kitchen not only clean, but fresher for longer. Why your house is dirty, Part 1. Your cleaning supplies are not easily accessible. In each bathroom, you should have a small cleaning kit and at the very least disposable wipes to easily wipe down countertops. You should also place a toilet bowl brush next to every toilet in your house. Designate a central location for larger cleaning equipment like mops and vacuums, as well as a place for dirty towels. In the kitchen, use stacking drawers under the sink to organize smaller supplies like sponges, dusters, and detergent pods. And lastly, if you have a second story, create an additional central location for your cleaning supplies. In my case, I use the linen closet. There is only one way to mop. You don't need a special bucket or a cool spinny mop. It doesn't matter what you're using if you're not doing this one thing. You should be rinsing out your mop head, mop pad, or whatever you're mopping with before putting it back into the mop bucket. And I don't care if you're using 2 buckets or spinning it out, your mop head will still be dirty unless you rinse it until the water runs clear. Forget mopping and refilling the bucket until the mop water is clear. Do this and you will mop much faster and more effectively. And please dump the water in the toilet and not the kitchen sink. Here's how to take your kitchen organizing to the next level using my favorite Alpha items from the Container Store and to celebrate the new season of Next Level Chef. I'm using the Alpha under the sink organizers. You simply hammer each piece into place and slide the drawers into the frame. The dimensions work under most sinks and really maximize the space. The deep drawers are perfect for tall cleaning bottles or a box of dishwasher detergent or trash bags. I love that you can easily grab what you need and nothing is falling over. The short drawers are a great place to store sponges, cleaning brushes, and cloths. Gordon Ramsay would probably be ashamed of my cooking skills, but impressed by the level of organization in my kitchen.
Oui, 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 oui. Nous ferons le tour du monde avec mon 3 ma jolie. Oui, 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 oui. Nous n'aurons plus pour amis que la la brise vagabonde et le soleil de midi. Oui, 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 oui.
The holidays usually mean big kitchen messes, and thanks to my sponsor Scotch-Brite, I want to make sure you know which sponge to use on which surfaces. The blue Scotch-Brite Zero Scratch sponge should be your primary tool for most surfaces in your kitchen, but the green heavy-duty Scotch-Brite sponge was designed specifically for tougher messes like your stove grates and cast iron pans. To clean your cast iron pan, sprinkle in some salt, then take the green side of your sponge to scrub off the residue, leaving it clean without using any water. Now for your stove top, boil some hot water and spritz the grates with some degreaser. Let it soak in hot water for 30 minutes, then take your green sponge to scrub the grates clean. You can also use the green one on your burner caps. Happy cleaning! Everybody loves a spin mop, but as a housekeeper, I prefer the O-Cedar flip mop, and here's why. The spin mop is great in that it comes with a bucket that wrings out your mop without you having to bend over. It comes with an adjustable handle, and its mop head does a great job getting in cracks and crevices. However, this mop head is about a third of the size of the flip mop, so it takes more than twice as long to cover the same area. The spin mop took about 15 strokes to cover this area, while the flip mop took 6. Yes, you do have to bend over to wring out your mop, but the double-sided mop allows you to go back over floors to soak up extra water for a smoother finish. And if you're mopping properly, which means changing the water as soon as it looks dirty, you will still have to bend over to pick up your bucket to dump the water. I prefer to use a small bucket from the Dollar Tree with my flip mop. The spin bucket is just too big for me to carry with the rest of my supplies. The question I get asked most as a former housekeeper is, can you clean my house next? And the answer is yes, I'm coming over. Thanks to my sponsor, Scotch-Brite, this is your chance to have me in person clean your entire house for free. I'm teaming up with Scotch-Brite to find one lucky person to have a free cleaning. I'll fly to you and bring the supplies. All you have to do to enter to win is follow Scotch-Brite on TikTok and Instagram and comment #sweepstakes and a sponge emoji. 2 more of you will also have the chance to win a year's supply of Scotch-Brite cleaning products. The sweepstakes is open for entry starting December 1st through the 8th. Don't miss out on this opportunity. I can't wait to meet one of you. We just transformed our laundry room, and when I say we, I mean my boyfriend did most of the work, but this is what his clothes look like after, so I couldn't wait to start laundry with my favorite products from the laundress. First things first, I'm taking these dusty clothes outside and shaking them off before they go in the washer. Then I'm emptying pockets. Next, I'm using the laundress stain solution and brush and applying it directly to the stains and scrubbing them out. No need to rinse, it goes directly into the washing machine. Then I'm using 2 ounces of the laundress signature detergent. I love how easy it is to just pump it out, and 1.5 ounces of the fabric conditioner. I always wash on cold, and this time I'm adding an extra rinse to make sure all the dust gets out. For the dryer, I set it to medium heat, and thanks to the laundress, I can trust these clothes are extra clean. There's 3 places you're forgetting to clean in your kitchen before the holidays, sponsored by Scotch-Brite. The first place is your microwave. The last thing you want is your guests to see all this gunk when they go to reheat their food. So just pre-scrub with your Scotch-Brite Zero Scratch sponge, add some water, and let it run for 1 minute. Scrub off the plate using the hard side of the sponge, which won't scratch your glass. Then the soft side of the sponge will easily wipe off all the mess. The next spot is your trash cans. If you have a pullout, remove your trash cans, give it a good vacuum, then scrub it with dish soap and your sponge. Then do the same thing inside your trash cans. The third place you could be forgetting is underneath your countertops. There could be stuck on food here, or in my case, dust, since we're in the middle of a kitchen renovation. And don't forget to also clean under the edges of your countertop. I just finished renovating my kitchen and it's finally time to organize it. For utensils, I'm using the Everything Drawer Organizers from the Container Store. They come in many different sizes and can be customized for any drawer. For my deep drawers, I'm using the Everything Divided Pantry Bins with a removable divider. I'm keeping kids' dishes in a lower drawer for easy access. I'm organizing my junk drawer with more Everything Drawer Organizers and using the Divided Pantry Bins to organize my medicine. For my to-go cups and tumblers, I added the Everything Stacking Bottle Organizers. I love that I can see everything I have. For my Ziploc bags, I'm using the beautiful bamboo plastic bag organizers. They come labeled and fit my bags perfectly. I'm organizing my disposables drawer with more divided pantry bins. And lastly, I organized my spices with these gold spice containers and made my own custom labels. Everything I used is from the Container Store.
Are you ready? Ooh, I know you see me standing here. Do I look good, my dear? Do I look good today? Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm just another kind of girl, and you wanna see
You gotta go really light, dude. Have you spray painted before?
No, I've never spray painted.
my world. So come and run away. Yeah, yeah. If you wanna play, come and play today. Let's just get away. Yeah, I will make you see.
I transformed my pantry using the Everything Organizer collection from the Container Store. My goal was to be able to easily see everything I have and it be easily accessible. First, I'm using the Everything Expanding 3-tier can riser and placing my cans so I can see them all. Next, I'm using 2 Lazy Susans and adding my bottled items. This drawer is for crackers, chips, and breads. The divided Everything pantry bins are perfect for separating items by category and keeping them in place. The next drawer is for dinner items like soups, rice, and mashed potatoes. I'm also creating 2 snack drawers, but first I'm deciding which food should go in containers from the 5-piece modular canister set and filling each container with its item. Then I'm using a wax pencil to write the expiration dates on the bottom of each container. I made custom labels with my P-Touch Cube label maker and added them to my pantry. I filled the divided bins in my snack drawer, and here it is, all complete. Everything I use is from the Container Store. I'm a professional organizer, and here are the answers to the questions I get the most. Who buys the containers? Is it you or your client? I ask the client what their budget is for the project and then go to the store, purchase containers, and the client reimburses me for everything I bought. Or sometimes the client purchases things online themselves. How much does it cost on average for all the containers? There is a wide range depending on the area being organized. Pantries on average cost about $1,200, and small bathrooms like this one around $200. How long does it take to organize? Every project is completely different. Pantries and closets can take 1 to 2 days, while bathrooms can take just 4 hours. How much do you charge for organizing? I charge between $50 to $80 an hour, depending on the distance traveled and the ability to film for social media. Mind you, I have 7 years of professional experience. I live in Southern California, and my rates are comparable to the average cost for my area. I hope this helps. I just turned 30 last week and then had 20 people over for Thanksgiving, and my boyfriend and I have now been sick for 5 days, so the house is a mess. And even though I'm still under the weather, I have to get this cleaned up. This bed hasn't been made for days and the collection of cups is getting out of hand. Luckily, we had some help cleaning up the kitchen after Thanksgiving, but no one's done dishes since then. My couch is absolutely disgusting and I can't stand it, so I'm vacuuming it, throwing my couch covers in the washing machine, then spraying fabric sanitizer and spot cleaning the pillows. A few weeks ago, I found this ancient rubber band ball my boyfriend has had since high school, and instead of throwing it out like the piece of junk that it is, I saved it for him. He then decided it would be a great dog toy, so now I get to clean up crusty rubber bands all over the house every day. Do you see where being nice to your man gets you, ladies? Nowhere. I'm a professional organizer, and today I'm organizing this office for one of my favorite creators at Sabrina Tan. The first step was to take everything out of the closet, sort them into categories, and decide what to keep or toss. We use these large white containers from Walmart to store larger items and smaller white bins for other equipment and supplies. These woven baskets from Container Store to store camera gear and electronics. These beautiful file holders are also from Container Store. I chose 3 items from this collection to store various files and paper. I labeled them with my P-Touch Brother label maker and these stick-on holders. These wood label clips were perfect for the woven baskets, and I labeled the remainder of the bins. We cleaned up her desk and organized and labeled each drawer. I placed all her new organized bins into her closet, and here it is, all complete. I absolutely love how this turned out. I organized a few other places in her home, so be sure to give Sabrina a follow and stay tuned. I'm extra organized. Of course I'm going to label every room in my house so the movers know where each box goes. I'm also going to print off the floor plan and tape them upstairs and downstairs so the movers know where to go. And you already know each box and piece of furniture has a colored corresponding label for the room they belong in. This made my unloading process super seamless, and I definitely recommend it for your next move. On the other hand, I was not organized enough to finish packing in time for my truck to be loaded. So I wasn't able to properly supervise my movers loading my belongings because I was still boxing things up. Because of this, not everything fit, and I had to stuff a bunch of stuff in at the end. I also was not able to stop my movers from stacking pieces of my wood bed on top of my white couch. So this was the result. I'll be trying to remove these stains from my dry clean only sofa over the next couple days, so check back in for the updates. My boyfriend gave me his closet, so I'm building a new one for him in the guest room. I needed a little help with the install, but here's how I created this IKEA closet for under $300. The shelves and drawers were pretty easy to attach and really maximize the storage. Next, I had my boyfriend go through his clothes and get rid of the things he no longer wears. Then I sorted through and matched up all of his socks and threw out the yucky holy ones. I went to Target to get some bins for the closet, and because I'm such a nice girlfriend, I picked up some extra things just for him. I'm using these bins to store his dirt bike and snowboarding gear and putting them under our bed. Then I switched out all the mismatched hangers for the same gray hangers and hung his clothes by category and in color order. But let's be real, he will not keep it this way. I use these gray bins to store things like belts and beanies and of course mismatched socks. I added his folded clothes to the drawers and I'm surprised at how much actually fit in here. And I found these shoe mats that can hold some of his favorites on the floor of his closet. And lastly, these 2 bins are for him to store whatever he wants. And here it is, all complete. I'm actually jealous his closet is now nicer than mine.
What the hell?
I finally have the laundry room and my new washer and dryer were just delivered. I chose this set for one very specific reason. So you know how most front loaders start to stink and get mold built up inside the gasket? Well, mine will never do that because it has an ultra fresh vent system. This means that the washing machine continues to vent the moisture out even while the door is closed. Mine is a little wet only because the installer had to test run it, but yes, I actually tested this washer for over a year because my boyfriend has the same ones and it never got moldy and it never started to smell, even with his dirty work clothes running through it all the time. I'm running a cold cycle for this mix load and adding an extra rinse as always. I also love that the dryer senses when your clothes are dry and has a de-wrinkle cycle. If you guys didn't know, I'm in my new home sleeping on the floor with minimal belongings until next week because it's taking 10 days for my moving pod to arrive. So all I've been doing this week is ordering all the things I need for my house and painting. I'm getting new countertops and a new bathroom vanity. This house is very builder grade everything, so I will be showing you how I design and upgrade everything over on my other channel at Miss Kaylee Rhodes. I'll still be making cleaning and organizing videos here, but I hope to also see you over there. I've been avoiding organizing this backstock closet since I moved into my boyfriend's house, but now I have no choice because, surprise, I'm moving again next week. This closet is a mixture of linens, cleaning supplies, and household essentials. I have cleaning products stored all over the house, so I'm doing my best to consolidate everything and to make better categories. I'm decluttering and wiping down each bin, and I'm also getting rid of the things I no longer need. I've decided to get rid of most of my candles and scented plugins to reduce the amount of harmful chemicals in my home. Fun fact, when I first started my cleaning business, I used eco-friendly and non-toxic cleaning products only. My mission this year is to reduce my carbon footprint and move closer to the environmentally health-conscious girly I once was. Since becoming a social media creator, I've accumulated so many things I don't truly need, and it actually hurts my soul to have to constantly be buying and receiving products. Especially as a professional organizer, one of the things I preach is to own less. So this year I'm going to focus on how I can still produce valuable content while reducing the amount of things that enter my home. I also want to make more content about how you can use what you already have to clean and organize your space. Because I'm moving into a bigger house, I will be purchasing more, but this time with more intention and care. If you don't already, hit the plus sign to join me on my move back to Colorado, where my cleaning and organizing business first started.
Find the cleaning mistake.
As a housekeeper, it is not my job to judge. My job is to focus on how I can use my skills to create cleanliness and peace in my clients' homes. After 6 years of cleaning houses, nothing surprises me anymore. I have seen it all. I don't judge because you never know what someone is going through or what their everyday struggles are. If you are someone who struggles with keeping your home in order, here are a couple tips. Tip 1, clean just one room at a time. It is easy to become overwhelmed when you are trying to clean your entire house. Write down just one room for each day. Tip 2, always start cleaning a room by throwing away trash and picking things up off the floor. When a room is decluttered, it is easier to focus on just one task. Complete one task at a time from start to finish. For example, in this bathroom, I cleaned the entire shower, and then the tub, and then the vanity. If you jump from task to task, you can easily get sidetracked. Tip number 4, it is okay to take a break. Cleaning is exhausting, so grab some water and take a break as needed. Find a place for everything. It is so much easier to clean your home when everything has a place. If there is not enough space for everything you own, this means you need to get rid of some things. And the last tip, this will help you keep your space tidy. Don't set it down. Put it away. If you practice this rule, it will make a huge difference. So my movers basically destroyed my couch by stacking a piece of my bed on top of it. It is a white couch that is dry clean only, which means you can't just put any stain removing spot treater on it. It has to stay dry. So I am going to try this K2R spot lifting treatment on it, and hopefully it works, but if it doesn't, I'm gonna keep trying different products to see if I can get the stain to come out. I'm starting by vacuuming my couch to lift up as much dirt and dust as I can and opening the windows for ventilation per the instructions. I'm testing this out on just 2 spots first, then waiting 10 minutes. And boy, is this product strong. So I'm also turning on fans to blow the fumes out the window. I'm using the top brush on the can to dust the product out, and the stain is supposed to come out with it. It looks a little bit better, so I'm applying it to the other stains on my couch. I feel like the can's brush is too rough, so I'm switching to a softer one. The stain is definitely starting to come out, but I decided to try my tried and true Dawn dish soap on it because I think the K2R product will actually lift away the wet stain this will leave behind. I'm letting it dry completely and using the suction on my little green machine to pull up as much as possible. And yes, the Dawn definitely helped a lot. I did one more round with the K2R and this is the result. Overall, I would not recommend using this product at all indoors. It's the harshest chemical I've ever inhaled and probably should have worn a mask. But it probably would get the stain out completely if I did it a few more times, but I honestly don't want to keep coating my couch in such a toxic cleaner, so I'll let you decide. My name is Kaylee and I'm a professional organizer. Today I'm organizing this kids' room. There's a lot of toys and a lot to move, so the first order of business is to get everything sorted. I also had the best little helper with me for some of this process. My client already had these Trofast storage systems from IKEA, which I love for toys. I wanted to use these for most of the Legos and smaller toys. It is always necessary to go through every single bin and sort the toys into the proper categories. Once the IKEA bins were sorted, it was time to tackle the closet. I wanted to keep puzzles and games in the closet, as well as sort through and add to the clear bins that were already in here. I counted how many more clear bins I needed to fill the bottom shelves and finished planning the space. Some of the drawers in the closet were being used for Legos, but my client said she wanted to use them for clothes and the bigger dresser could be used elsewhere. Next, I started on the dresser by removing any non-clothing items. I set aside for donation anything that looked too small. I refolded every piece of clothing and placed them in their new homes in the closet. I also hung up all the collared shirts. I had to remove the dresser to be used in another room, and I arranged the Trofast systems so they were right next to each other and added a cube storage unit from another room. I made my list of things to get and it was off to the container store. I got new hangers and a few more bins for additional storage. I used these longer bins to store PVC pipes and bigger Nerf guns underneath the bed. I added this basket for blankets and stuffed animals. I added the cube bins for larger toys. The clear bins were for bagged Lego sets and the remainder of the toys. I used the blue cube bins to store all the larger completed Lego pieces so they won't get broken being mixed in with everything else. The smaller completed sets went into a larger bin in the IKEA system. The Lego drawers just had instructions in them, so I decided to put them in the closet. I found the cutest little bins for the kitchen set, so I did a quick tidy up there. I replaced all the plastic hangers with matching velvet hangers, and the last step was to label bins with my P-Touch label maker. And here's the room completely organized. The closet looks so much more cohesive. All of the toys are easily accessible and labeled for the kids. My clients were absolutely thrilled with this transformation, and I'm so happy my little helper gets to make more memories in this space. I'm a professional organizer, and today I'm organizing this playroom for 4 homeschooled kids. In a room this cluttered, the first thing to do is clear the space. So I'm picking up as much as I can off the floor and sorting items into temporary categories. I'm placing toys in one section, crafts in another, and learning materials near mom's desk, which we organize at another time. I'm moving the craft table to the corner and setting crafting supplies there. Because there are so many stuffed animals taking up space here, we decided it would be best if those were moved to the kids' bedrooms. These gray bins will be used for sorting toys, but we will be purchasing different bins for permanent storage. And these larger storage units are just not the most functional, so we're replacing them with another storage system. And here we are on day 2. Mom did a great job purging some toys and building the new cabinets, so now it's time to finalize our placements. We purchased 50 of the same clear bins to store toys and crafts, and I'm continuing to further break down categories and put them into their new bins. I'm also moving things around to decide where things will fit best. So although I'm placing things in certain areas, it does not mean this is where they will stay. For a room this dynamic and with so many categories, things will get shifted around until we work through what fits best. The drawers in these cabinets were so perfect for loose craft supplies that the kids could easily access themselves, while the remainder of the crafting materials will be stored in the closet to only be accessed by an adult. These taller cabinets are being moved to behind mom's desk to store her learning and teaching materials and are being replaced by some cube storage. Our primary goal is to organize the kids' toys and crafts, so mom will be saving her desk organization for another time. Before I put everything away, I am applying new labels. In the first cube storage, I am leaving the top half open for larger toys and placing toys in bins on the bottom half. The second cube storage is for crafts and Legos. In the cabinets, we are placing more narrow categories of toys. The first and second cabinets have smaller toys and game boards. The third cabinet is for puzzles and card games. And the last cabinet is for crafting sets, paper, activity books, and stickers. The craft table has some shelves on the side, so we're using clear OXO containers to store more craft supplies. We decided to move the Lego table outside and use the drawers underneath to store water toys, bubbles, and other outdoor activities. The last thing to do was move in the new desk, and here is the room all complete. I am so pleased with how this room came together. It took a total of 2 days for me and 1 extra day for mom, and the only thing left is to place a second cube storage on the left side of the closet. I hope you love it as much as I do. I tried out both the Dyson Air Straight and the Revlon Air Straight on my 4C hair, so you don't have to. The Dyson has 2 different settings. There's a wet setting and then there's a dry setting. So I'm gonna go in with the wet setting first. And my hair is wet. I just washed it fresh out the shower. It doesn't have a comb on it. This is like way more work. I wanted to like this so bad. It's an immediate no for me. I feel like, I mean, number one, that took forever because it doesn't have a comb on it. Like, it's twice the work. Like, I have to go in and comb it. But Revlon does have a comb in it, and it does have heated plates, which I know is gonna make a bit of a difference. I'm actually gonna go back and I'm gonna wet my hair again, just so it's just as wet as this side was. At the end of the video, I'm gonna show you guys what I actually use to blow dry my hair, which I think is so far a better option than the Dyson. I just wet this side of my hair and I'm gonna go in with the Revlon. Okay. It's too hard to like comb out my hair with the brush on there. So for this one, I'm actually gonna comb it like this first and then we'll go back in. So this is a Revlon side completely dry. It's gonna be a no for me as well. It's really hard to brush my hair with this. This like ripped out so much of my hair, like more than normally would with my regular blow dryer. Here is the Revlon side and here is the Dyson side. Overall, I would not recommend either of these dryers for anyone with hair type like mine. I'm exhausted. Okay, so I wet my hair again, and this is the blow dryer that I normally use. It's the Conair Double Ceramic Oval Dryer Brush, and I usually use it on the high settings. So this is my hair completely dry with the Conair dryer brush. It does a much better job of combing through my hair. It's so much easier. And also it took about half the time as the Dyson and the Revlon. And honestly, I don't see any reason to even use the Dyson if I'm being honest, because if it's for the air, like cool air setting, like this has a cool air setting if you don't want to use the hotter setting. And then the highest heat on the Dyson is hotter than this. And this did a better job. So if you guys want to try out this brush, I'll leave it in my Amazon store, and thanks for watching.